Hello, welcome to, well, I guess this is music go round, I suppose. Doesn't matter, because no one's going to watch it. Get that one in. This is a review of the new Daniel Lanois album, Heavy Sun. It's supposed to be a solo album, but I think it's more of a, it feels more like a band project than an actual solo album. To me, that's just where I'm coming from. Again, I'm one of these people, I tend to come to things and not listen to any of the singles or anything, and like try and not listen to anything. And so it dropped yesterday on the streaming services. I've got it pre-ordered on CD because I was going to do the review then, but the CD isn't going to arrive until next month, and I thought, well, I've already listened to it, might as well get it out there. Might as well just talk about it, because I listened to it yesterday, and I thought whilst the thoughts are in my head, I thought it'd be good to talk about it. Now, I'm a big fan of Lanois, obviously. Didn't realise it, because you don't, because he produced albums like So and worked with Eno on Apollo and things like that. But again, you don't necessarily realise that at the time. You see these names, but for many years I've been a fan. Via his production work, and then onto his solo albums such as Acadie, and more recently was it Goodbye to Language, and that's what is Belladonna. I'm just mangling the titles just for comedic effect. I'm a really big fan of his solo work, and I was looking forward to this. I was looking forward to it. It was made during the lockdown period, and I didn't know what it was going to be like. I'm seeing is he's still using he's using people that he's used before, like Rocco De Luca. Again, there isn't a credit list, so I'm actually looking at an interview that was done. So he's using Rocco De Luca, Johnny Shepherd, Jim Wilson in the band. So that's the band. I think Brian Blade might be on there as well. No, he isn't, because I've actually got, it says members of the Heavy Sun Orchestra. That's the band. Jim Wilson, Rocco De Luca, Daniel Lanois, and Johnny Shepherd. Brian Blade isn't on there, which is probably why I find it not as interesting as it could be. This takes root. This is Lanois going back to not to his childhood. It could be his childhood, to his boyhood, to his youth, when he first started producing back in Canada from his mum's basement. He used to produce gospel music. Music from the more, I guess you call it more from the religious end of the scale, and this is seen on this album. It's very, very gospel, and that's my problem. It doesn't speak to me. It's not. It's a bad album. It's nice if you like gospel music and you want spiritual sound, and you like the warblings and burblings of the drawbar organ. You are going to be more than delighted by this. But for me, it's just, it unfortunately, it doesn't touch me. It's an album, I think it's a needed album. It's a needed album. It was produced during the COVID period. And it's an album that shines light into the darkness. Some people will take great spiritual solace from it. There's some nice messages in there. It comes from a good place. But like me listening to the Beach Boys, it's a cultural thing. Don't expect someone in California to get Joy Division. I really don't get it. It's just not something that touches me. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it on a musicianship level and on a production level, but it doesn't. There's not enough of what I need. Nourishment. Not enough of the guitar and the production and Brian Blade's drumming, who I think is one of the great drummers. I just love his playing. And so it's a very homely album. It's very homespun. It feels very organic. I like that side of it. I mean, this is it. I mean, I like that side of it, and I like the message. But it's not an album I'm going to reach for again, because it's it's just not something that I get. I can appreciate on a soul. It's because I've got no soul. I don't have a soul. But it is a very soulful album. And I could see what they're aiming to do with it. But it's a shame it's just so far that way, that it's like it's not for me. So that makes it a very difficult album to review, because I'm going to give it a review, but that doesn't mean it's a bad record. Because remember, folks, it's all subjective. You can like it, I might not. I might not like it, and vice versa. And let's be pleasant about this. But it was a bit of a disappointment, because I'm a big fan. And it is a shame when somebody it's like when he did that Venetian Snares album. Oh God, who remembers that? Who remembers the Venetian Snares Daniel Lanois crossover album, which was just the musical equivalent of the cat walking up across the piano? But of course, other people will say it's a great musical feat. I didn't get it, but I get this more. Because this is born out of musicianship, and this is born out of soul and spirit, and the spirit. So that's a good thing. And again, I think it's an album of its time. It's it's music. It's soul music. It's music for the soul. And as I've said before, it's helpful if you've got a soul. I haven't. So that's where we're at. If you're coming to expecting it to be, Daniel doing his thing, singing in, bilingual, French and English, and having a folky kind of style and lots of interesting guitar swashes and things like that. I mean, there's a little bit of ambient textures on there, but for me, the organ, too much organ, was the thing that put me off. I'm just the sound of the burbling drawbar organ was just enough to make me go, please stop. We're good. I could sit and listen to it in a live context. I could probably enjoy it more there, because it has a very live feeling to it. It feels very much like it. Like I say, these performances do feel very live. That's what I liked about it. I did like that. I like that energy from it. But the actual music itself is not something I'd go back to, because again, it's born out of a culture that I'm. And again, I don't believe in this religion. I'm an atheist. So singing songs about the spirit and the old time religion is a bit lost on me. So there we go. But that's not to say it's not a bad album. It's a good album if you like that kind of thing. But for me, I'm indifferent. I think that sums it up enough. I feel like I'm now repeating myself. It's available on CD. I suppose I could put a linky in the Amazons just in case you want to check it out. It's available on streaming right now. I don't think there's any LP editions, which is a shame. So I wouldn't have minded the LP edition just so I can put it on the shelf. But yeah, it's something else. And there is going to be a run of albums. This is part of his new Maker series. Remember, he did a song called that, didn't he? The Maker. But he's doing this new Maker series of recordings. So I think we're going to get a succession of new material. I think some of it's going to be a bit more experimental. Some of it might move in the other direction. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's a good time, and it's good to see him still putting the records out, even though I don't quite get it. Because I'm an atheist Brit, But yeah, if you're in for that kind of stuff, 5 stars. But for me, 2.5 stars, because it's not 2.5. I think that's what. Yeah, I think that's. But that's not a reflection on the album itself. That's just a reflection of me. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm sure you will all appreciate my brain farts in your general direction. Who knows? Maybe I'll do this again someday. Probably not. I'm so lacking energy. These reviews are so. They don't have the quick editing style, and they don't have me cutting in footage and clips. I need to sit and react. To the music, don't I? I need to do like more react. Oh, let's react. Oh. I've never heard Bohemian Rhapsody or In the Air Tonight. That'd be run up the street. I'll get the views. Innit? Talking heads. Nobody wants talking heads anymore. And on that note, see, I like doing it because it annoys. Because then the trolls go, "Oh, he's always moaning about it." You don't get it. This is all performance. This is performance art. You know, Jesus fucking Christ. If I fucking cared about any of this, I'd make more videos, wouldn't I? But I'm doing it because I listened to an album, and I thought I'd talk about it. Do you get it? No, you don't, because you're all thick. And then you leave comments and you insult me, and then I delete and block you and report you for harassment, because that is all YouTube is for. Because YouTube is just, it's not even culture anymore. It's not even cultural. It's just a load of digital slush. And that's that. And in a way, I'm adding to the digital detritus. And I should really stop, shouldn't I, really? But I'm not going to. Because where's the fun in that? I could just annoy more people. And on that, there's only one more thing left to say, and that is, ta-da.